Hello, my name is Andrew Crowell, and today I will be explaining how to remove a power supply from a computer. Tools you will need today is a Phillips head screwdriver. I'm using a Leatherman multi-tool. It fits most computers. I like them a lot. We're using a computer with a SATA power supply connector on it, so I will be discussing that as well. And we will be going over the different ports, the P1 connector, the P2 connector, the 4-pin P connectors, and where they go on the system board, and the significance of all of them. So the first step we need to do is remove our case. And there are screws on one side that will let you open your case. You just counterclockwise turn a screw just like normal. And just once the screw is released, you will be able to slide the casing just right off like that. And set that aside here. Don't lose your screw. Here is your power supply. Here are all the cables feeding off of the power supply to the various units. So this power supply has a 24-pin P connector. We have the P1, which is right here on the system board, and we will pull this loose. Here is our 20-pin connector, and then it has the P2, which is an extra 4-pin, and they connect together just like that. Stay out of here, cat. Shoo. And it slides together just like that with the arrows, and it's got the form line on the edge, and it's keyed so that you can only put it in one direction. And then on this system board there is a secondary P2 connector that so we've got two, and it is P2. The P2 connectors are to supply extra power to the system board. So when you need extra power for this monster of a graphics card, or if you need extra power to your CPU system, that's what your P2 connectors are for. Now on this particular board, it's got two to run the entire system as well as provide extra power to the CPU. However, the graphics card has its own extra P2, or I guess this is a specialized connector that it essentially takes a 4-pin and converts it over so that you can plug it into the slot on the side. And it's got some crazy wiring hookups and whatnot that come with some other things. We have this extra connector here that goes to the fan that runs on the side of the case that you first saw on the piece of the case that we took off in the beginning. And then we have other things coming off of here. So we have another or a 4-pin, like P3 or P4, that will extend into the hard drive bay down here at the bottom. And then we have a P4 connecting right here, or not a P4, I guess, but a SATA connecting to the optical drive up here. So this is a SATA energy connection, and then this red cord is the SATA data movement, and then this 4-pin that was connecting to this hard drive down here is a SATA connector as well. This provides more power than the standard 4-pin connectors to the rest of the system. And then on top, so we just have the optical drive and the hard drive with the excess connectors for your hard drive. Now let's get this all untangled here, and we'll put it back in nice and organized and not hastily put together. And then we have various these little 3-pin connectors for system fans on the side. Normally these connect to the board instead of directly to the power supply. But they can be connected both ways. I'll just disconnect that here. Make sure that all of our connections are separated. Nope, we got one more. We got one more where we're drawing off of an extended connection to a fan over here from this P4. And this is just a mess of P4 adapters. I keep saying P4. It's 4-pin, but they have different labelings like P3, P8, P6, stuff like that. And then now to actually remove the power supply, that we've double checked that everything is disconnected here. Do I have another fan? Yes, I have a front fan that's still connected. Alright, now everything is disconnected. We need to unscrew these 4 screws on the side that is actually holding the hard drive in. And for that, it's just like taking the screws out of the side of the case, and then it should come free with possibly a latch on the bottom side, which I will show you here once I get screws undone and I find out. Yep, and this one just slides straight out without normally a hook that would be on, or not normally, but sometimes there will be a hook on this side of the power supply that will attach to the case in that little divot hole right there in the system ground board. And on the side of this system case, not system case, but power supply, it will show you the different ratings of power on it. And it's the voltage range on it, but the important thing that you need to know is the wattage of your system, so that you can, or the wattage of your power supply, so you can understand what you need to put as a power supply into your system to run your graphics card and your processor, your hard drive, and your optical drive, along with the rest of your system board. So we're going to pop this back in. And thank you for your time.